Love you, man.
Oh, man. Thank you, guys. I hope you are having a remarkable time at the Dental Festival. I love that word, remarkable. It just leaves something in the air. Today, like Juve said, I want to talk about algorithms. And I'll spare you all the mathematical details behind what an algorithm is, because I honestly don't know them all. But I know that if you like a bunch of cat videos on Facebook, they're going to keep sending you cat videos. Well, the thing is this. Your brain has an algorithm as well. You see, the brain is a muscle. It has muscle memory. It'll throw at you the thoughts and ideas that it's used to throwing at you. But like any muscle, you can change the memory. If I go in the gym and I grab a 50-pound dumbbell and I lift it about 4 times, because that might be all I can do, 3 or 4, after about a month, my muscle is going to grow very large. Now, if after that I switch it up to 20-pound dumbbells and I lift it 20 times, it's going to shrink down a little bit. It's going to gain in density. Thus, I've changed the muscle memory of this muscle like you can do to this one. Now, why would you want to change this muscle? I'll give you 3 great reasons. Who here has heard of the word cork? Not like popping bottles, but cork, Q-U-A-R-K. No one. Well, I'll break it down for you like this. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms are made of subatomic particles, and subatomic particles are made of quarks. That's as far as science has gotten so far. And what we know about quarks is they can only be moved or manipulated by conscious effort, aka thoughts, strengthened by emotion. So this stage, my skin, you, me, gravity, everything that exists is made of quarks and can only be manipulated by our thoughts, which is why I have a shirt on all the time that says thoughts become things. I'm just trying to remind everybody about that. So with that said, if I have we all have 60 to 70,000 thoughts on average per day per person, okay? 94% of them are on autopilot. Now, I don't know about you, but if my thoughts are creating my future and 94% of them are on autopilot, I'm going to want that autopilot to be not thinking about yesterday in that house, thinking about tomorrow in that house. Thus, thoughts become things. But even for those who might not really believe in that, let's go to the second reason. If you're thinking differently, you're seeing things differently, you're responding differently, you're going to get different outcomes, better outcomes. Now you're living a better life. Now during commercial breaks and while you're driving down the street, you're smiling. Your brain is throwing at you better ideas, better thoughts. You're living in joy. That's a beautiful reason. Let's go to the third one. I call it the ripple effect. Now, we've all seen that extremely positive guy that walks in the room and you're like, what the heck is he so happy about? But low-key, you're like, man, I want to think like that. He's usually about this high with a thoughts become things shirt on. That doesn't just hit the people around you. It ripples. You go to work, you're going to ripple through your coworkers to the patients. Now you created an atmosphere where people want to be there. They like it. They're talking about how great it is there. And that's what you want, employee retention, patient retention. They go home and tell their friends how great their dental office is. Now you're bringing in new patients. And that's not even the best side, because this isn't just something for work. This is a life-changing thing. It's going to ripple through your children and your family to their friends. They are going to attract and manifest and pull into their life more positive influences. Who doesn't want their kids to be hanging out with better people? It is what it is. We are tuning forks. Google it. We are literally tuning forks. We vibrate at a frequency, okay? If you think everything around us, the space between us, the air occupying that space, me, you, this stage is one gigantic energy wave. We just have different frequencies. And if you picture like a heart monitor, where it goes whoop, like that, that's us. We're just vibrating. And all of a sudden, we have a really positive thought, and we ripple upwards. We are sending a physical force out into the universe at that point. Your thoughts just aren't things. They become things. But They are shaping your future. They are real. You need to monitor them. You need to stay on top of them. You need to show your kids and your family that you're staying on top of them so they want to stay on top of theirs too. You have to. Now, it does take a lot of work. I've tried several times to squeeze everything I've learned over the last 16 years into a 4-hour segment, and I haven't been able to do it. So it is a lot of ins and outs. It is a lot of practice. It's a lot of fine-tuning, but it yields the greatest reward, which is the ability to create your future. It's the hardest thing a man could do is control his thoughts. But in the spirit of balance, it gives you the greatest thing you could have, which is the ability to create your future. And if you're sitting here thinking to yourself, oh man, I can control my thoughts, I'm good at it. Think about the last time your grandma or grandpa was in a hospital and the hospital bed's beeping. You don't know if they're gonna make it out this time. You're trying to stay positive, and what keeps coming up? The what ifs, the what ifs, the what ifs. The brain is a tricky thing, but we can get a hold of it, we can control it, and we can have it work in our favor. Now, let me give you a little bit of background about me. Have you ever seen Boys in the Hood? Who's seen Boys in the Hood? Menace to Society, all those crime, drug-related movies and stuff like that. The thing about those movies is they take place in cities like Chicago and Compton and New York, and I don't know if you know that, but those aren't even the top 5. They never make the top 5 most dangerous cities in America. Never. Where I was born was number 1 most dangerous city in America, at least 6 out of the 8 years that I was a police officer there. That town took my sister. That town took every single friend I graduated high school with. Everyone around me said I wouldn't live till I was 21. Everything around me showed me I wasn't going to live till I was 21. Mom left when I was 8. She popped up at my high school graduation. Guess she thought it would be a good surprise. I'm like, where you been at for the last 10 birthdays, 10 Christmases, 10 New Years? Not a phone call. My dad worked 3 to 1, so by the time I got home from school, he was at work. By the time he got home from work, I was asleep. So I pretty much raised myself through this whole situation. And still, I was able to accomplish a lot. You know, I was ranked in the nation at 11 years old in karate. I have 3 football championships. I retired when I was 28. I have 3 Super Bowl rings. I fly helicopters and airplanes. I didn't play football, I coached. I did play football, just not in the NFL. But all of that is a result of me getting this under control. And that's what I need for you guys to do. I need for you to work at it. I need for you to work hard every day. This isn't like a black belt where you get it and it's yours forever. This is more like jogging. You know, you got to work at it, and when you stop, you're not going to be good at it anymore. It's a daily practice. It's every day for the rest of your life, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Sitting there, watching a commercial, smiling, it's worth it. But if you do that and you're sitting next to your spouse, they might be like, what are you smiling at? So you better be prepared with an answer. So like I said, over 4 hours worth of material. Obviously, I can't fit it in this 10 minutes, but I do want to leave you guys with a little bit of something. What I like to do every day by shifting this brain muscle is I like to get present, and I like to rub my fingers together and really feel this moment where I am in this stage. And at that moment, even if just for a second or so, you've completely disassociated yourself from anything else going on. All the drama, work, bills, emails. Practice. Try it. I challenge you. Try to remember. Try to do that at least 10 times today. And tomorrow, your brain is going to do it on its own like 3 or 4 times. You're just going to be walking down the hallway, and all of a sudden, you're just going to be really present. And you're going to say, wow, Neil was right. And then your mind is going to go, okay, what now? I'm here. I'm present. What do I do now? That's when affirmations come in. I know everybody's heard of an affirmation, right? Everybody talks about how great they are. Affirmation's no good if you can't wake up enough to do them throughout the day. So train that muscle memory. Get 10 of these in today. Tomorrow your body will wake you up with 4. And when you do, just say yes 10 times. That's the easiest affirmation. Say yes 10 times. By the 3rd time, you'll be smiling. By the 6th time, your body will be throwing at you reasons I say yes, yes, yes. And I'll give you some more in the finals. I'll see you then.
Wow. What a beautiful